Ceramic coatings are really popular on cars because they can make any surface non-stick, and that's going to keep your car cleaner longer. But early this year I had a better idea and I applied some to a snowblower, and the results were nothing short of amazing. I didn't get any clogs at all, and I really couldn't believe how well it worked. But if I could do this for my snowblower, why have I never tried one of these coatings on my cars? Well, the answer is because most of these coatings are really expensive, and I actually had heard that you could mess up your paint if you apply them incorrectly. But then I got a call from a company named Avalon King saying that they had the easiest to apply ceramic coating in the world. Now, of course, everybody's going to say that, but they said theirs was designed specifically for DIYers. But we're going to do things my way. Instead of coating something like a Lamborghini, Ferrari, or maybe a Porsche, I wanted to see if a coating like this could actually improve a regular car. And it doesn't get better than my 2005 Toyota Tacoma with almost 200,000 miles on the odometer. This is what you'll get. It is everything you need to apply the coating. Now, as I'm opening this up, I want to explain the reason you'd even want to consider ceramic coating your car. It's kind of like super waxing your car, except you only have to do it one time and it will last between 2 to 4 years. And it will resist things like bird droppings and sap. The first step is easy. You just need to wash your vehicle. You don't have to use any special kind of soap or shampoo. Just use something that's designed for a car. But the paint has lots of scratches and chips on it, and this is a regular vehicle that I'm not going to obsess over. I'm just going to see if I can improve the overall appearance. You can wash your vehicle with just a mitt and a bucket if that's all you've got, but I'm going to use this snow foam cannon to make it a little bit quicker. And this is a really important step, so take your time and make sure that you get it completely clean and rinse it off. When you're done rinsing off your vehicle, don't even bother to dry it because that little bit of water is actually going to help our next step out, and that involves cleaning and smoothing out the paint. Now, that used to be really hard to do, but it's a simple job if you use one of these. This is called a clay mitt along with some detailing spray. The detailing spray acts like a lube, and this mitt is actually going to get rubbed on your paint. It might sound really weird, but this is the best way to get the job done. So you're just going to spray areas of the paint and then rub the mitt back and forth, and you're going to continue until you do all the painted surfaces on your vehicle. You're going to be shocked at how smooth it is after you've done this process. Cleaning this entire car with the mitt was about a 30-minute job. Now, if your car is newer, you could skip the next step, but the directions recommend doing paintwork correction if you've got any kind of scratches or damage to the surface. Now, this truck is 16 years old, so I'm going to go ahead and use this paintwork cleanser. And you could apply it by hand, but this is a much better option. This is a buffer designed for cars, and you can see it doesn't just spin, it kind of wobbles around, and that's exactly what you want to use for your car. This is going to prevent swirl marks or any other type of damage. Now, I like this polish because it's really gentle, but it is surprisingly effective. Now, this is a cordless buffer that I got at Lowe's, but you could get a cheap one at Harbor Freight that will do the same job. And if you're like a pro, you can go ahead and put masking tape around your windows and headlights, but you don't really have to do that on a regular type of car. And when you're done applying this polish, you dry off what's remaining, and you can already see that paint is really starting to shine. You can have some areas on your car, like underneath your door handles, that you just can't get out with a buffer. So just go ahead and put a little bit of that polish on a rag and wipe those areas off, and you'll be surprised that you can get rid of all those little fine scratches. Your car could have a little bit of wax left behind, or even some of that polish, so it's important that before you put a ceramic coating on, that your paint is completely squeaky clean. And that's actually easy to do. You're going to go over the entire surface of your car with rubbing alcohol. Now, that might sound crazy and you think you're going to ruin your paint, but that's actually how all of these coatings work. They recommend diluting a small amount of alcohol along with distilled water, and you're just going to wipe your paint off. Just rub all the painted surfaces until you've gotten everything clean. If you want to check it out, you can go ahead and rub your glove on the paint, and it's going to sound like this, and you'll know it's totally clean. At this point, you're ready to apply the ceramic coating. Grab the bottle and give it a good shake. Now, you're going to apply it using that foam block, but you don't just use it alone. Grab one of the included micro suede cloths, wrap it around the block, and now you're ready to apply it. What you do is you apply between 4 to 5 drops onto the cloth itself, and then you can begin applying it to the paint. Now, it's actually easier than it might look. You just go in one direction horizontally, and then go back over the same section vertically. This will give you good, even coverage. Now, you also want to work in small sections, so something like this hood, you want to split it up into 4 areas. You apply the coating to a section, then allow it to dry between 1 and 5 minutes. Now, that time depends on the temperature of the room, and they include an easy-to-follow chart. Now, when you wipe it off, you can use the included microfiber cloth, and this works great, and it's nothing like removing wax. You're just lightly rubbing the surface, and you're just trying to get any excess coating that might be there. Now those few drops are only going to go so far, and it's easy to tell when you need more. When that block starts to kind of drag on the surface, go ahead and reapply 4 to 5 more drops to the block, and then just keep repeating the same process until you get all the painted sections of the vehicle done. But you actually can apply the ceramic coating to things like glass, plastics, and even your headlights. But you need to think twice before you do that because the ceramic coating is the final top coat to a surface. That's why we got the paint so clean and perfect before we applied it. Now when it comes to plastics, if you just go ahead and apply a ceramic coating, you can actually seal them off and you wouldn't be able to apply something like an Armor All or vinyl protectant in the future. Now my truck is already looking great here, but I wanted to go one step further, so I broke out the 303, which is one of my favorite vinyl protectants, and I put it on the bumper, the tonneau cover, and even the mirrors. And this is the finished result, and I think you'll agree, this truck looks amazing, and you've got to remember, it's 16 years old. From a few feet back, you might even think this thing was brand new. Now I know the steel wheels look terrible, and I need to paint them or do something else, so if you're going to take the time to do this, at least you're going to get a long-term result. And if you want to ceramic coat your vehicle, you definitely want to check out the Avalon King product. I've put a link in the description, but I don't earn any commission on sales. This is just a recommendation based on the experience of what you're seeing in the video. And I hope you enjoyed this video, got to learn a little more about ceramic coatings, and maybe something you might consider for yourself. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already for more videos coming up.